Hey everyone, this is going to be a CD flip through. These are CDs so far that I've gotten this year. You can see I'm on a kind of a CD frenzy, hitting up all the thrift stores, Goodwills. I have a couple real good record stores near me. One of them in particular, I get real good deals. So I'm filling a lot of gaps here. And since I've been buying so many CDs, and I know that CDs are making a comeback right now, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to go through and just share recent additions to the collection. There's a lot of CDs to go through here, so I'm not really going to go over them too much. I might make a little note here and there. So we're just going to kind of flip through them. So I got a Flaw CD, Endangered Species, Break the Silence. It looked interesting enough. Johnny Cash, Urge Overkill. This is a Skin Dread CD. Jimi Hendrix here. So sorry, this is not, let me try moving, not focusing very well. What is this? This is Fishbone. This is Aerosmith CD, one of the ones that I didn't already have in the collection. I have all the main ones, and these are some of the kind of, I consider them offbeat ones I'm not even familiar with. Got the new Better Lovers album. This is the lead singer of Dillinger Escape Plan's other band, or newer band. So if you have not heard this yet and you like Dillinger Escape Plan, check it out. I got a bunch of Anthrax recently. These are gap fills. Return of the Killer Bees, Sound of White Noise. What the heck is the name of this one? We've Come For You All. Stomp. The Threat Is Real, Volume 8. This is actually a really good one. I like it. Amen. Never really got into them back in the day. I believe Ross Robinson I saw in here produced it. A Life Once Lost. This is Gap Fill, Alice in Chains, Rainier Fog. Always good to have some Alice in Chains. I used to be a huge American Head Charge fan. In fact, I got the lead singer's signature right up there. Really loved their first album. This is like a compilation album with a DVD on it that goes over like the band's history and stuff. But 311's always good to have in the mix. So 40 Below Summer. I already own this CD, but it was released under two different record companies for some reason. So I basically just have two different variations. There's no difference in the track listing or anything. Finger 11, never heard of these guys. They're on, I believe, Wind Up Records or whatever. I didn't expect much out of it. Got it cheap. Checked it out. Actually really like it. These are Gap Fills, Depeche Mode, Delta Machine, Rammstein Zeet, Linderman's first album, I believe it's the first album, F&M. Soilwork, The Living Infinite. It's another Gap Fill. Love Soilwork. They don't get enough attention. Absolutely fantastic band. Same with In Flames, Gap Fill album. As far as In Flames albums goes, I think this is my least favorite. Vane FM, these guys are pretty wild. Some crazy, more modern, like metalcore stuff. Nothing Face, Audio Guide to Everyday Atrocity. Another Gap Fill used to have in the collection back in high school. Soul of a New Machine, Fear Factory. The newer Browning album, Omni. If you like Fear Factory style stuff, you've never heard the Browning, listen to it. It's pretty damn awesome. Billy Idol's Greatest Hits. Why not? Billy Idol. He's on tour this summer. Between the not Between the Buried to me. Bury Your Dead albums. These are a bunch of gap fills. This is with their one singer, Mike something. He's actually the singer of Volumes now. His autograph's right there at the lower right corner. Children of Bodom, their final show before Alexi died. It's a hell of a set list. Haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm sure it's pretty awesome. The last Children of Bodom album, Halo of Blood. David Bowie Zeet. The 1977 to 79 collection. I'm trying to go fast because we still got a bunch of CDs to get to. These are for I think they call them like the Berlin albums, whatever, something like that. Hatebreed, another hardcore. Genghis Tron CDs, had to get them back into the collection. Been jamming them recently. Good stuff. The Frog, Star Job, never got into them that much. Flipside, never got into these guys, never heard of them, but they are some new metal-y stuff. I didn't think it was that bad. Dope, more new metal stuff. Devil Inside, more on the metalcore end. I used to have this album way back in the day. Got it cheap off of somebody on Discogs. More Depeche Mode, Memento Mori, their most recent album. I was surprised that I didn't have Violator on CD anymore in my collection. I know it's been in and out of my collection over the years, but recently found this at Goodwill. Fear Factory Archetype. Grabbed this album. It's a gap fill. Definitely needed it. Great album. It's on this Liquid record label. Dino, the guitarist, can't get rights to it anymore. Devil Driver, Pray for Villains, double one with DVD. Same with this. It's also has a DVD, the making of thing or something like that. Jägermeister Rarities. This is a random one I came across. It's got a pretty solid set list for like early 2000s stuff in there. It's quite a mixture of what you would expect from back then. Jimi Hendrix, because everybody likes Jimi Hendrix. Mastodon, been getting more into them recently. I actually got into Killer Be Killed before them, which is like a supergroup with a bunch of other bands, but that actually spun me off into getting into more Mastodon. Red Square Black, Polaris, awesome metalcore band from Australia. Definitely recommend checking out Fatalism, their latest album. It's awesome. Their album before that, The Death of Me, was also good, but this one is top notch. Ozzy Osbourne Scream, gap fill, getting that in there. I believe these guys are from South America. It's definitely some thrash. They're called Overdose from the 2000s. Got a couple of their albums for cheap. Orgy, this is probably my least favorite album of theirs, but it was the last remaining one I had to get into the collection. Found it for cheap, so got it. Another Nothing Face album. Nothing Face Violence is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Rammstein Mutter, gap filling. I need to get all the Rammstein albums into my collection. Scar Symmetry, they're really good band from Nuclear Blast. Sepultura, these are gap fills. This is like a live double CD. This one has like some, I believe, rarities and stuff on it, some remixes. Stuck Mojo, some people are not going to be into them based on their politics, but I don't really care about politics. More Soilwork, Stabbing the Drama. This probably my favorite Soilwork album. So it's kind of crazy I didn't have it in the collection until just recently. Soulfly, what is the name of this one? Ritual. Static X was another one I was kind of surprised I didn't have all their albums on CD. I pretty much have them, most of them on vinyl. But anyways, yeah, I had to get all these. This one's a promo, kind of cool, of Start a War. Shadow Zone, Machine, which is definitely my favorite of theirs. Machine is just amazing. And then, Wisconsin Death Trip, of course. 1,000 Foot Crutch, never really listened to these guys. Vision of Disorder, The Cursed, Remain Cursed. Unloco, another promo CD. Been getting a lot of these promo CDs lately. More new metal stuff from the early 2000s I remembered listening to back in the day. I never had any of their actual albums, but I had their like sampler CDs that you would get at shows and stuff like that. Superjoint Ritual, 3-song sampler. These are songs that are already on the albums, but I got the CD for like $1.25, so why not? It's kind of cool to add to the collection there. Sublime Icon, this is another one I got for like $1.25. It's really just kind of a greatest hits deal. Slipknot, number 5, The Gray Chapter. Lou Reed, no explanation there. Lou Reed's awesome. And then I guess it's the last CD of them, another Aerosmith, Done with Mirrors. So another one of the albums I'm not familiar with them. It looks like a very early one. In fact, I think it has a photo of them in there. Yeah, so definitely going to give some of these older Aerosmith albums a listen here that I'm not familiar with. We'll see how many CDs I end up with for the month of February. I'll keep them off to the side before I put them away. And if there's enough to justify another video, we'll do it. Hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching.